Adik sa'yo, awit sa akin.
Chord transition. It's about how you move from one chord to the next, or how you change chords. For this song, let's start with the intro. As you can see, there are two chords for the intro, and that's B flat and A. Earlier, you have learned that this is the shape of B flat, and that chord A can be played with his fingers or with his fingers. There's no right or wrong here. There's an advantage doing A with these fingers or with this set of fingers, and there's an advantage also of doing A with this set of fingers. But for this song, the more appropriate set of fingers to use for A or for playing A when you're transitioning from B flat is these fingers. Because if you notice, you already have this set of fingers when you're doing B flat, right? So all you have to do from B flat to transition to A or to move to A is to keep these three fingers and just slide them down, right? So from here, slide them here. But make sure your index finger has to let go of the strings, right? It's not like this, as that would be different. It's gonna sound awful. So from here, right? So that's the transitioning between B flat and A. Now let's talk about transitioning between G to E minor and to A minor and to D and then to G, as that is the sequence of the chords for this song. Let's begin with G. This is G. And from the previous lesson, from the earlier part of this video tutorial, you have learned that E minor is played with these two fingers, right? You would notice that for between G and E minor, there is a common finger, which is the index finger, right? So a nice transition would involve minimal movement. If you have common fingers between chords, you don't have to move that finger out from the fretboard. You can just keep it. Like for instance, between G and E minor, you already have your index finger on the 5th string, right? The only thing is, you may have to move your index back a bit, going to E minor, to give space or room for the second finger, so that the second finger would land on the 4th string, just behind the fret wire, just behind this wire. Because if the finger is right on the fret wire, that is a muffled sound. It's not as clear or bright as when your finger is just behind the wire. Hear the difference? It's a muffled sound compared to this one, a brighter sound or clearer sound. So from G to E minor, all you have to do is move your index back to give space for the second finger. There, right? Now, the next chord from E minor is A minor. And you know that A minor is given with this shape, right? And again, you may notice that from E minor to A minor, you have this finger, your middle finger, as the common finger between the two chords. So all you have to do from E minor to A minor is take out or move out the index finger, as for A minor, the 5th string is open. So but you will be needing your third finger or your ring finger on the third string. But for A minor, the third string is played at second fret. But here, you need to push back the second finger to give space for the third finger on the third string at second fret. There, right? And then your index finger from fifth string goes to the second string at first fret. There. And that's A minor. So let's do a recap between G, E minor, and A. So here's G to E minor and to A minor. There. Now going to B, there is no common finger between A minor and D. You really have to break this shape to be able to form the shape for D. And then to G, back to G, as that's the next chord from D. If you look at the chord sheet, you also have to break this up to form G. And there's a transition between G to B flat. There's no common finger between the two, so you really have to be quick enough to be able to move from G to B flat without losing a beat. And then to A, just slide these three fingers. So that's it.
Sabik sa'yo